So, my question to you is, if someone is starting out, what are the things they should be careful of when they are watching or consuming content in this space about stock market and trading?
So whenever you are consuming a content, is a big statement I'm making. Stock market structurally is meant to give money to everyone because the core of stock market is to take money from people who don't deserve it and to give money to people who deserve it, right? How
Hmm.
many times you have actually communicated to people and tell the exact money which you have right now in your pocket? You'll always try to, give a diggy answer that I have 1,000 rupees, don't worry. I
Hmm.
have 3,000 rupees, don't worry. You will not give the exact number because again you are giving a perception to that person ki I have enough money. So in trading, people think that they can do it next week. Again, because of the perception which is created by storytellers who are around us.
Namaste, Vivek sir. First of all, thank you so much for doing this. On a personal note, I would like to share something with you before we start the conversation. When I started the Genius Wealth show, I made a list of 5 dream guests that I want to have, and you were on the number one, like the first one on that list. So thank you so much for doing that. How are you doing, sir?
Very good, very good. Thank you, Himangi, for such a sweet welcoming. And I have to thank God for giving me this opportunity that I was able to do what was supposed to be done. Many people tried, but I think internet, the whole COVID revolution, YouTube
Hmm.
helped all of us to reach to the right audience. Otherwise, financial education is something which is always the need of the hour for this country.
Absolutely. Talking about the social media part, now social media plays a vital role in the way we think, right?
Hmm.
One reel, one YouTube short can just change our mindset, change our thinking process to a lot of extent. And the rise of influencer in this finance and stock market space is also framing uh, the way people think about this space. So, my question to you is, if someone is starting out, what are the things they should be careful of when they are watching or consuming content in this space about stock market and trading?
So whenever you are consuming a content, if you look at the look and feel of the content creator, you will get an understanding that whether that person is genuinely a market person or the person is a content creator. You'll get that feel. Even if you don't get the feel, finally, if you are watching a content, you want to follow that person who's creating the content. When you go into the profile of that person, if you find this statement, not a SEBI register, views are personal, don't follow that person.
Okay.
Because regulator has clearly defined the rules, regulator has defined regulations. People who are part of market, they have taken SEBI license, okay? So
Hmm.
do not consume content from anyone and everyone. I know I've seen 16, 17-year-old teaching technical analysis to people, someone who has probably not seen the market cycle up and down. We have seen 20 years and we still feel that there is so much we need to learn from market.
Absolutely.
So what I suggest is whenever you're consuming content, you need to know who is creating the content. Don't just consume any content on social media.
Hmm. And I had watched a lot of your interviews and podcasts. बहुत सारे मैंने आपके interviews वगैरह देखे हैं. So I found a lot of similarities between your journey and my journey. So you mentioned that you have a family background in markets, right? And
Yeah.
similarly, my papa is from this field from the past 20 years. So,
Wow.
and the first trade that you took was in options, right?
Hmm.
Similarly, the first trade that I took was also in options after
Nice.
TMP Chetan sir ka jab bhi khatam hua tha module. Then I got the courage, and also you started full time trading in 2006, and
Yep.
that was the year I was born.
That's amazing.
So this episode particularly is for the young India, the
Hmm.
youngsters who want to, like me, who want to make the career in the stock market either through
Hmm.
trading or through investing. So today we'll try to address the young India in this podcast.
Okay.
So what do you think about that?
I think that's a perfect people to address because India is young. We are still, overall as a country, we are sub 30-year-old and we are still getting younger by day. So yeah, I mean, youngsters have to start early. Fortunately, today's younger population, they realize the importance of this knowledge. Even my 12-year-old kids, they are learning stock market from me because they know that this knowledge will be very important part of their future planning. So yeah, good, happy to focus on that.
Yep. So let's start with this, that you are in the market from past more than 2 decades, right?
Yeah.
So can you draw some differences between when you started into this journey and now? What are the differences that you can make out from the 2005 market, now 2025 market? There are
Yeah.
many differences, but at a large, आप क्या क्या देख पा रहे हो?
So the microstructure of the market changes. Every 4 to 5 years, you will see a new structure of the market. Okay. Uh, from a 10,000 feet, the market core remains the same. That
Hmm.
it's actually transfer of money from people who have it and people who don't have it. Okay, which is basically that's the concept of capital market. It's a marketplace where those who have capital, they give money to people who don't have capital to build businesses. In that process, in that journey, all the entire ecosystem creates wealth. That's the core.
Right.
So 10,000 feet core remains the same. But if you look at 1,000 feet, the approach has changed. 20 years ago, it was more uh, how do I trade on my own? How do I do homework on my own? But now it is more around how do I use technology to do things? How do I get enabled with right technology to do things? So the approach of participation in the market has changed, but the core remains the same. If I have to guess what will come in coming 10 years, I think the market structure will also evolve significantly. So, I mean, the fact that today we have brokers and we are opening an account with a broker to connect with the exchange, and we have exchange, which is the authority, which is giving us the platform where we have order management system where people buy, people sell. I think that whole ecosystem will evolve, and you may see some category of market participant may become redundant. You may not need them. Maybe someday brokers may not be needed, and exchange will say that open an account with me directly. Why do you need a broker to transact? So the industry will evolve, the structure will change, but the core of the industry will remain the same. It's a transfer of wealth from people who need it to people who have plenty. Transfer of wealth from people who have less knowledge and who have come into the market with money, and they give the money to more knowledgeable people who probably deserve more money.
Yeah, absolutely. So, when I was preparing for this podcast, I reached out to my friends who does not have the finance background, and I asked them that what are the genuine questions that you guys have, and one of the common questions that I could draw out is that they don't know where to start and how to take forward this journey. Like वो
Hmm.
roadmap कहते हैं ना, that
Hmm.
is the thing, that is the question that is they are having. So let's say a 20-year-old guy or girl is watching this podcast
Hmm.
and they want to make their career in financial markets, in capital markets. What is the ideal roadmap that they should follow?
Let me go deep inside this question. So, when you say career in financial market, are they looking at getting a job in this market, or they are looking at becoming a professional in this market? One, or they whatever career they have, irrespective, they want to participate in stock markets. They're two different things.
Okay, so let's take the participation part for now.
Okay, okay. So people who just want to participate in market, they can do their own job or business, and that's their core. Participation of stock market is basically a secondary source of income or a method to convert their earning into wealth. Okay.
Right.
Now, it's important for us to know ourselves, what we are, how much time we can give, how much is our inclination to do things. If suppose we don't have passion for something, then you should not be involved in that with a lot of time because you
Hmm.
don't have passion. So if
Hmm.
your passion doesn't get converted into your occupation, then magic will not happen. So stock market needs a lot of passion. It deserves a lot of passion. It's like if you want to become, if you want to play for Indian cricket team, you need to be a passionate cricketer, right? Not an ordinary person without passion can become part of Indian cricket team. Same is with stock market. If you want to become part of that elite, successful market participant, then you need to have a passion. That's a primary requirement. Now, some people have, some people discover the passion quite easily. Like, suppose there is there's an ideal in our family or in our friend circle who has made a lot of money from stock market. So when you observe that person, you automatically develop a passion for the work which that person is doing, right? So it's a very external driven passion you accumulate. Some people inherently are good in things which is required for stock market. Just say if you love to read a lot, and you spend a lot of time in reading different kind of books, if you're there on internet, if you love to play with technology, these are certain prerequisite of succeeding in stock market. If you love to network with people, when you meet people, you just don't talk about politics and gossips. When you meet people, you also talk about what is happening in your business, how is industry doing, how is economy doing. All these are hints which suggest that probably you may be interested in looking at stock market, right? So
Hmm.
there are some, parameters which are external, which drives passion inside you. There are some things which is internal, which defines you, your character, your DNA, which emerges passion. That marriage of passion and your occupation as a market participant, some people do it in few months, few weeks. Many people take years to know that they love stock market.
Okay.
Once they know that, then it's like there is a river which is flowing,
Hmm.
and you just need to sit on that river, or I mean sit on the boat which is flowing with the river. You just need to be careful when the waterfall is there. You know what to do when the waterfall is there. You have to navigate. Don't navigate from here, go from there. That's it. Otherwise, stock market is like a beautiful river. It is meant to give money to everyone.
Hmm.
This is a big statement I'm making. Stock market structurally is meant to give money to everyone, because the core of stock market is to take money from people who don't deserve it and to give money to people who deserve it, right?
Wow.
So principally it is meant to give you money. Just
Hmm.
that you need to know the art of navigation properly, and the river will bless you with a lot of water.
Okay. Okay. Now, what is the brutal truth also would like to tell, like the reality part? You told us that we need to have the passion, also the internal and the external passion. Now, what is the truth about it?
Yeah,
The truth about the market, because when people come, they don't know much about it, right?
yeah,
Some may have the false expectations as well. So,
yeah.
what is the truth that you would like to tell to a 20-year-old guy?
See, the truth is, because it is all about money, if you see everything, every discussion around money can have, I mean, it is always beyond reality, right? Just say, for example, if suppose we go to a market and we want to buy something, you get a price of something. So the same thing in X brand will price certain things, same thing in Y brand will get price something else, right? Now, those are not reality. Those are perceptions created around the brand, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
anything which is around money is not a reality. It's a perception driven, right? Reality is the thing which you buy is a reality, but the price you pay for that thing is a perception. So money, stock market is lot of perception, right? Now it's up to you how much you get distracted by that perception. And there are merchants who are trying to sell dreams to you. That's the most common thing, right? Because suddenly you'll see a lot of people around you, they are making a lot of money in stock market. But then when you go deeper inside them, you realize they probably have made only this much money in few stocks, and they still have lost this much money in many stocks. But when you talk about it, You don't want to talk about your failure. You always want to highlight your success. So there are merchants around you who will try to, give you wrong impression about the success which is available in stock market. So I hope you are getting this point that it's lot of perception, lot of storytelling, lot of narrative, because it's about money, and no one is true about money, at least when you are communicating to other people. How
Hmm.
many times you have actually communicated to people and tell him or her the exact money which you have right now in your pocket? You'll always try to, give a diggy answer that I have 1,000 rupees, don't worry. I
Hmm.
have 3,000 rupees, don't worry. You will not give the exact number, because again you are giving a perception to that person ki I have enough money that don't have to worry about the expenses which we have to do. So stock market may need to be extremely careful about the people who are around you, who throw narratives on top of you.
Yeah. Talking about narratives, now there is also a narrative going in social media that trading can give you so much return. It can be a full-fledged career as well. Do you agree to that? That trading can be a full career, full-time career, or we need to have a side hustle with it?
When you start, you need to have a side hustle also, because if you have something in your hand, it's easier to have a plan B. It's easier to have a backup around that. So having a job, having a business, steady income to run your family is separate, and using trading income to feed your family is a disaster, okay, when
Hmm.
you start. But as you gain experience, 5 6 years of total involvement in the market, then you realize that, okay, this is, I have enough experience, I understand things quite well now. Now I can take that as a full-time occupation and
Okay.
take it seriously. So I would say 5 years is what you need to do. And every doctor, if you look at the medical education, minimum 5 years, right?
Hmm.
Even after passing MBBS, people do MD, then they practice. So it's 8 9 years journey before a doctor actually starts practicing at the age of 34 35. If you see a lawyer, minimum 5 years. So all the serious occupations will need minimum 5 years of learning journey. Unfortunately, in trading, people think that they can do it next week. Again, because of the perception which is created by storytellers who are around us. So yeah, 5 years is, if
So
you
you are
can
saying
commit,
that it might take you 5 years, 5 to 6 years to be consistently profitable to make a living, right?
and you can make it as a full time career.
Okay. Okay. You have also built platforms, startups like Elon Markets and StockEdge. So how did that start? I want to know about that.
Well, I've been a very passionate teacher. I've been teaching people since 2008. I had a center in Calcutta called Credent Academy where I used to teach pro bono. I love teaching. So 2008 to 2013, it was offline center teaching for fun. But then Geo came, and we realized that whatever we are teaching can go to all over the country. Then why don't we shift our offline to online? And that's where Elon Markets came in, which is basically an online education for stock market enthusiasts.
Yeah.
Stockage came because I used to use money control, which was very heavy, very cranky. I used to use a Bloomberg, which was very expensive. I still use Bloomberg, and I thought that there is a need of a tool which is cleaner, neater, no ad, and it is relevant for a Aam Aadmi. So that's where we
Hmm.
developed Stockage as a retail investors Bloomberg in 2016. So
Awesome.
most of my businesses are either forward integration or backward integration to my core business of financial market. And I see problem somewhere and I try to solve the problem with some new initiative with new partners in the business.
Yeah. Talking about Stockage, it's an amazing platform to all the viewers watching this. I have promoted Stockage left, right, and center. Like Elon Market Stockage had not paid me for that, but genuinely I used Stockage a lot when I started because it's very simple to understand, very easy to understand, and to use as well, even for beginners and for experts. It's like too useful. So viewers who haven't checked stockage out, they definitely should, and it's a very useful tool, I must say. So thank you for giving us that platform, sir.
Thank you, Imangi. Because of people like you, well-wishers like you, that we have been able to reach to this number of 5 million downloads in Stockage. We
Wow.
don't have heavy marketing budget. We are not VC-funded firms that we can spend a lot of money to reach everyone. But the word of mouth is good. People who use it, they love it, and they want other people to use it. So thank you, Imangi, for supporting us.
Thank you so much. Absolutely agree to that. And also, like, I am taking like the systematic approach to market, like I'm educating myself and giving exams and certificates. So if a person like me want to follow the similar path, what are the certificates, what are the we can say courses, we can say that they should do in order to learn, because learning is the first step, right? We need to first understand the market from an expert like you. So how they should go about it?
Well, I suggest go to my YouTube channel. There are two series: Learn to Invest and Learn to Trade. Go through those two series. I have recorded enough content for you to kickstart your journey of market. Okay, I'm not saying that you complete the series and then you will be a professional. Then you'll be started minting a lot of money. It's not practically possible, right? It would be a good stepping stone to your decision making, whether you want to become a trader, investor, intraday trader. What do you want to do in market will become much more clearer after you have gone through my both Learn to Trade and Learn to Invest series.
Absolutely.
And if once you decide that I want to become a trader, then obviously you need to join a good mentorship program by anyone, right? Not necessarily have to join mine. Figure out. I mean, there are enough people on available internet, and I mean, if you do some homework, you will find people again, SEBI registered, good relevant experience. You find see the feedback of other people, and then uh, join a mentorship program because there is a need of a mentor. पहले के ज़माने में भी गुरुकुल हुआ करता था. There was a reason for that, right? So go through that free learning. Then, depending upon what you want to do, if you want to do investing, join an investing mentorship program done by someone. Join a trading mentorship program if you want to do trading, and then go through that journey for another 6 months or 1 year. So first year, lot of free content, structure content, and then mentorship. I think 2 year will be something which will lay the foundation for you, and then start practicing in the market, because finally market is our supreme teacher. We have to give some fees to the market also before market decides that yes, you deserve to make money, and market starts rewarding you.
Absolutely. So let's talk about wealth building from the stock market. What is one wealth mantra that you follow?
Well, the biggest wealth mantra is to not to lose money or lose as less as possible. So I market, as I said, that is always there to give us money. The problem is that we at times fight with market and we lose money, and it's very difficult to earn back the money which you have lost. So if you make say 100 rupee from market, you should be okay losing 20, 25 rupees, okay? But you cannot lose 80 rupees. Then the whole compounding impact will not be visible for you. Okay?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
don't lose money, stay in market, market will make money for you.
Awesome. So let's have a last question about yourself as a person. What is the legacy that you want to leave in this finance space? What is that legacy you want to give to younger generation like me?
I think knowledge is the greatest legacy. You
Absolutely.
see, history, classic is Bhagavad Gita, the kind of knowledge, that legacy is continuing forever, right? So money is something which, after a point of time, it should not excite you. And fortunately, it doesn't. But yeah, using that money to impart impact in society, that is something which really excites me. So as an entrepreneur, I am not always looking at making money, but I'm looking at how many people are getting employed in my company, how many people are getting benefit from the products we are developing in our company. So that's the impact which an entrepreneur loves, right? But eventually, the core of all this activity is the knowledge. So what I have taken a path is I will keep on spreading knowledge because that adds to my karma point, tremendous karma point. And I will keep on building businesses which will help me to build this ecosystem, uh,
Hmm.
which will add a lot of impact in society, both parallelly. If I was just a YouTube content creator, then I would have added knowledge value. But the moment I am also an entrepreneur plus this, it's 1 plus 1 11, which is helping the entire society to participate in stock market in the right manner.
Absolutely. So, one last question, a selfish question. So, what is the honest advice that you would give it to me? Me as your student, so what is that advice you'd like to give to me?
I'm really impressed with the fact that you are doing this recording videos. And if you remember in the first class itself, orientation, I told everyone that after completion of the course, start recording video, because video really gives you a good report card of what you were earlier and what you are today. So, my humble request, suggestion, submission to you is, do not ever discontinue what you are doing, recording video, talking to people, and do it for yourself. Not necessarily you are doing it for other people. Don't see how many people have viewed or not. It's the self learning and self upliftment exercise which you are going through. Second, I'm sure by this time you are sure with your trading framework that, are you an intraday options or are you a swing or whatever you are. If you have not yet defined a framework for yourself, please define the framework. Otherwise, it becomes really challenging for us to manage our emotions when the going is going tough, right?
Hmm.
And third, I would say use technology as much. Trading also will evolve. Next 5 years is going to be very different than what it was last 5 years. And the only thing which will save you from any kind of underperformance in life is adaptability of technology.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that. Let's wrap this up with a quick rapid fire round.
Sure.
And yeah. So, if you had to choose one, what would you choose, trading or investing?
I want to choose investing now. I'm learning investing. I've done trading. I've really done phenomenally well as a trading trader, as a owner of a trading desk. But somehow I think now that I'm 47, I want to do something really good on the investing side. Not necessarily in stock investing, probably in unlisted investing, figuring out.
Hmm. So, we can see a lot of books beside you. So, which is your favorite in from them?
Recently, I read this book, a year ago, a book called From Strength to Strength. This book is all about how you as an individual evolve over a period of time. A 20-year-old behave in a certain way, a 40-year-old behave in a certain way, a 60-year-old has to behave in a certain way. So, how to continue building strength inside you with different ages, which you are trying to, where you are reaching. So it's a great book, especially for people who are around 40, 35, 40, and probably experiencing midlife crisis. I think this is a great book which will guide you to your better journey after 40.
And last, who is your favorite Indian investor and why?
My favorite is Mr. Ramesh Damani because he's my mentor and he's my guide. He has invested in StockEdge also. Uh, I like him because he has very strong clarity that why he is doing it, what he is doing. He doesn't get distracted. Even if I tell him any stock, he will not give importance. He will give importance to me, but he will not give importance to the stock because he has his own thesis and he is happy, content in making money using that thesis.
Awesome. So that was it for this episode of Genius Well Show. Thank you so much, sir, for coming and sharing your wisdom with us. This was genuinely the most fun, the most insightful, and real conversations that I had on the show. Thank you so much. And any final note that you would like to tell to our audience?
Yeah, just a small note which I want to throw is that, as I've started by saying, that market is here to give us money. So stay in market. Do not get distracted. Do not get disappointed. Do not go overboard. Do not leverage. Make a plan for yourself for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, because this is one institution which will remain forever. I can't imagine a world without stock market because it's a mecca of capital raising. And no matter what industry will emerge, what kind of disruption will happen, finally all of them will come back to stock market. It's a mahasagar of capitalism. So stay in market. Do not be in a hurry to make money. Slow and steady. A turtle mindset is required to excel in this beautiful market.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much to all the people watching this video. His channel, Stockage websites, the tools link is also in the description. His playlist, which you mentioned about Learn to Trade and Learn to Invest, will also be linked in the description. I highly recommend you guys checking it out. It is awesome. It's mind blowing. Thank you so much, Vivek sir, for coming on the
Thank you.
show.
Thank you, Emangi.
Thank you.